Hey everyone, welcome back to Beekeeping Like a Girl, or welcome to, if you're new, I'm Natalie. Today we are going to be, testing or reviewing, whatever you want to call it, a feeder, an open feeder, something like that. We'll show you in a second. But before we do that, we need our syrup. So we are a little bit limited on syrup. Right now we're making our own syrup, but I'm just going to mix this really fast and then I'll put it in a bucket, which I probably won't film because it's really heavy. But let's go ahead and open this up. So this bin has a lid on it, which is nice. But anyway, there it is. It's just 2-to-1 right now. So I think that's what this is. I'm pretty sure. So anyways, I'm going to grab this drill over here. So Cayman uses a corded drill or something like that. But we use DeWalt because it's battery powered and we've got the fancy stuff, but anyway, not really, but let's go ahead and just mix it up. I don't really know what I'm doing. I've done this a few times, but you just press the button and it stirs it. Alright, so anyways, to be completely honest, it's already been mixed a little bit, so it's fine. It's probably good. I'll go ahead and pour it into a black bucket over there, and then we'll start doing the open feeding. So, yeah. Alright, so we are back over here, and we didn't end up putting it in the bucket. We put it in a watering can, which I'll pour it back into here, because I realized there's a couple things that we need to do before we put it into the bucket. So, before we get started with that, I want to mention a couple things. First of all, this was sent to us a little while ago. We just never were able to get around to reviewing it. And we also did a review on their just feeder. And we liked it. It was good. So if you want to watch that video, I'll leave it right here for you to be able to watch it. So this is from Revolutionary Hives, and it is the bucket raft feeder, I think is what it's called. And they also have a YouTube video on it, and I just watched it a little bit, just a little overview to see how to use it, but hopefully I'm doing it right. So I'm going to give you my full opinion on it, on how I like it. And also, it said to use it in like the 70s and up or something like that, but we're kind of in the 60s right now. Like I said, we just never got around to using it during that time of the year. But we are open feeding right now, so just today. So anyway, I figured I would do this video. And what else was it? Oh, I know some people don't open feed, but that's okay if you don't. We do, and we didn't really do it a whole lot last year, but we are this year. But we definitely feed our hives a ton with frame feeders and stuff like that, which I have a lot of videos on. So let's go ahead and get started, I guess. I think that's all I needed to say. So I kind of read and watched the video on how to do this. So they give you the raft, and then they also give you the sandpaper. Just a little thing of sandpaper. I'm not sure if you can also hear that, but there's some loud stuff over there. But anyway, so this is just some sandpaper. I already started doing it a little bit, but I don't know if you can see right here, but I just kind of scratched this up a little bit. And so I'm going to do that on this side too. So from what I understand, you just kind of start from the bottom and move your way up. Alright, I think that's how you do it. That's pretty loud, but it's okay. It's part of filming outside. So, I believe this helps from the bees to get a little bit of a grip to be able to crawl out. And it also said to do it on this too. So let's do that. I think that's good. Maybe. We'll go with that. Alright, so this is just a 5-gallon bucket. I think they said they also had like a 2-gallon bucket that you can use this on, or something like that. And do they have a website? I think if they do, I'll definitely leave that in the description down below if you want to check it out and get one of these. So I think that's all that you have to do to prep it. And so, oh look, there's a bee here. Probably smells of sugar water. I think I already said, but this is 2 to 1. So we'll go ahead and pour this in. And we're also using a black bucket to maybe help heat it up a little bit more from the sun. I don't know, we're just kind of going with the flow on this one, but that's not a whole lot there. But let's see. I was gonna use this for a hive earlier, but I didn't end up using it. So there's not a whole lot in there. Should we go get more? Yeah, I'll be right back and go fill it up a little bit more because they'll go through this super fast. All right, so we're back and we went ahead and filled it up pretty good. And again, don't know if you can hear that, but that's it is gunshots, but it's hunting season. So anyways, normally, like when you're doing stuff like this, we'll normally just put sticks and stuff in here, and I think we've used like rocks somehow. I don't really remember, but you can do that. This is more of an option for if you're kind of just a backyard beekeeper and you want to open feed or something like that, because I know this can be kind of a lot for somebody who's open feeding all the time or whatever. So there's a bunch of hornets in here, but there's also a bee. Wonder if I can save the bee, but the hornets can die. Okay with that. Gotta save the bees. Anyways, let her clean herself up, but I believe you just place it in and it floats. I just got it completely wet with syrup. Not bad, but they'll clean it up. Bees don't care, so there we go. I think that's pretty much it. We'll come follow up in a little bit. It really only will take a few minutes for them to find it. So I think that's really all I needed to cover, and that's pretty much it. So we'll come back in a couple minutes and see how it's doing. There's already a bee here, so yeah. Alright, so it's the next day, and we had to go ahead and put the lid on and come back today because it was too late last night. They already started going home, so they weren't really paying much attention to it, but you can see they definitely are right now. So I'm going to talk a little bit about it. Oh, also, I was told to put the veil on, so I'm not a wimp. I was told to do it because the bees aren't super happy right now. But anyways, so a bucket goes like this a little bit, which we learned this, that basically the more syrup you put in there, there's more of a gap, so more of a chance, I guess, for the bees to drown is what I assume. So I think you have to put a little bit less sugar than what we put in there so that they don't have that gap. But we definitely aren't experiencing very much like drowning or anything. I can't see a whole lot though because there's so many bees, so I'll look at that in a little bit, but there's bees all over me. Anyways, so I think you would have to do a little bit less sugar, but like for us, we do maybe like 5 or 6 buckets when we're open feeding, so this isn't super ideal for us, but it might be for some of you guys. So again, I'll leave that link in the description if you want to check it out and buy one. But we'll probably use it and just kind of use it from now on. But yeah, that's kind of my opinion on it. I think it's great, and I think you should definitely try it out if you want to. And I think that might be it, all I needed to cover. So anyways, thanks to Revolutionary Hives for sending us this so that we could test it out. I had a good time doing it, and hopefully we can do some more reviewing on other stuff in the future for you guys. Also, one last thing, Cayman, I don't want to hear anything about my ripped jeans. It was what I was wearing today. But anyways, thanks for watching. Follow along for more bee adventures, and be here next time on Beekeeping Like a Girl.